Hi, it's Cassie, and we are moving right along with day 9 of the Crafter's Companion die Advent calendar. So each day I go through um, uh, in order and open up the day's die and would then make a project out of it. So if you're just joining, I would love for you to watch this live with me, ask me any questions you have. And provide feedback if you'd like. So let's just get right to it and open day 9. So day 9 here is a long, skinny one. The skinny ones tend to be words, as I've learned as I'm going through these. And I haven't peeked at any of them, and I'm just opening it right here during the live and making a project just to use them all and to have fun and sort of maybe craft together. It's a fun thing to do, and it I don't know, it helps stretch me creatively too, because I have no idea what this is going to be. So I'm going to open this up and then just going to make a project out of it. So we've done everything from ATC cards to greeting cards and tags and different things. So we are going to see what we have today and make something fun out of it. This is a long word. My goodness. Okay. Let's see what we got. I lost my picky thing. I'm going to have to find that because I use it quite a bit. Ooh, happy something. Happy birthday, maybe? Let's see. What do we have today? It's definitely a word or a phrase here. They're in here real good, so I need some help to get it out here. Okay, here we go. Whoops. Jeez, this one does not want to come out. My goodness. Oh, yeah, it is. It's happy birthday. Well, that's fun. All right, we can definitely do something with this. This is a very good die to have in general. Everybody has a birthday. This is a really long one. I like the font. I think it's pretty universal. It's going to work well. So, yay, this is going to be a fun one. Okay, so here we go. We have day 9. Happy birthday. So I'm thinking. So this is the part where we decide, what are we going to make? Am I going to make a card? I made a card yesterday, but we could always do another one today. Yesterday's was a 5.5 by 5.5. We could do that again. We could do a standard size 4.25 by 5.5. This is a pretty long word. What if we do... I like to have some kind of theme. I mean, obviously happy birthday, but I was thinking, I think I'll do a card because that makes sense, right? What if we do something like a simple, nice background and then have these 2 words here actually be the focal point and like in the center of the card. That's what I'm picturing in my head. So doing a 4.25 by 5.5 inch card, and then having something going on in the background, but then having this sort of raised up and prominent in the foreground. I never do that, and I do like to challenge myself. So let's work with that. Okay, what do you think? All right, so we're gonna start. So this is where I got to decide what we're doing. I really would like to use some of this Renia paper that I have. I have a couple different colors, so I've got this pack. Can you see here? Yeah. It's got like a blue and a aqua turquoise kind of color and silver, and then on the back of all of them is this pretty gold. And if you've never excuse me, I need a drink. If you've never used Renia paper, it's a foiled paper, so super fun and awesome. So I think maybe we're gonna try to use that today. I also have excuse me, I just have some water here. I also have this little it's called Jolly, and it's made obviously for Valentine's, I'm sorry, I had Valentine's in my brain earlier. For Christmas. because it's got red and green and silver, but does also have gold on the back. But I mean, obviously you could use it for anything. So, and I think these are already 4x6. So this could be like a background for something. Okay. I'm just going to have these out. So in the beginning, when I'm starting to put some ideas together, I just kind of put things out here and then sort of, you know, think through them and decide what's going to work, what isn't. And maybe I'm going to use some of it and maybe I'm not. It just sort of depends on how things go. So I did use, yesterday we made a love card. It was Valentine's Day. Sorry, my words are not coming today. And that was really nice. And we did use some chipboard. It worked out well. So I'm just going to look through this chipboard and see if there's anything that stands out to me. What if we did something here? Let's see. Because that happy birthday fits right over the top of that. I don't know. I don't know if that's good for anything or not right now. Keep looking. So I'm trying to find something that's going to help this stand out. I do like that circle there. We can cover this, right? And then have some fun pattern behind it. Or we could do something, so now I'm just sort of getting ideas. We could do something solid. I was thinking maybe one of these kind of things, or something like that. That's just going to help lift it up off of the background. That's what's going through my head right now. So so this is my process. Every day that I'm doing, oh, yesterday I was looking for hearts. I have huge hearts right here. Oh my goodness. We did find a smaller heart, but man, those are cool hearts. I'll have to remember those are in there. Okay, there's so much stuff, it's hard to see sometimes. Ooh, this is kind of fun. Although we do want, yeah, I'm picturing this being horizontal because that word is so long. So maybe we don't want that other one. We could do like a tag kind of thing like this, or we could do it like angled. Am I still in the frame here? Kind of. I'm kind of up here. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't like that as much. So, so I'm wondering, how do you work? Do you come up with your plan ahead and then you just implement and you just get all the pieces together and build it? Do you kind of go through this process like, oh, I want to use, oh, a star. A star could be really cool. And there's stars on this. We could have like a star sort of pattern repeating. I like that. That is awesome. Yep, that is awesome. We're going to do that. I am all over that. But do we do the star and the circle? Layering is really fun. Let me tell you, I like this. What do you think? Yeah, look at that. Boom. See, I do this. I look through stuff and play with stuff until something just hits me. And I say, yep, that's it. And then we're done. We move on to the next step because this is really perfect to me. I kind of want to use like maybe a green background because it's going to be bright. Oh, but this blue is really pretty too. Let's take a look at this blue really fast. Okay. If you haven't used Renia paper, I would suggest just going to the website and picking one variety pack of colors that you really like and that you maybe use a lot, and try it out, because it is, I mean, look at this. So you bend the paper, it stays, and it does so many cool things. You can, I stamped on Renia paper with StazOn, and while the StazOn was still wet, I was able to wipe it off, and it wiped off where the StazOn was. And so I had, and it showed the, there's like silver foil underneath this, and it showed the silver through that, and you still had all the detail and everything. That's on my, it is on my YouTube channel there if you want to see that video. It's the one with the penguins, with the blue and white card with the penguins on it. Super duper fun. So see, this pack is called Frosted, and it has this nice aqua color. paper, but also has this darker blue. It's like a medium blue, I would say. And they both have the stars on it, but then they do also have solid, right? So, yeah, so there's that lighter blue you can see here. That's solid with nothing. And, okay, and then silver, the same. And see the backs of all of the solid ones are gold. Now the pattern ones are pattern on both sides. But then the solid ones have gold on one side and the other color on the other side. And then, uh-oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. One sec. Whoa, excuse me. Excuse me, that was loud. Yeah, so then look at that blue. Ooh, that is so pretty. I think I'm going to get out the pattern one just because we've got the star thing going on and it might be fun to repeat that pattern. But we're going to get a couple colors out here so that I can decide, you know, what is going to work the best. I am digging this blue pretty well. Look at how pretty that is. And we could do like orange and yellow or something like that and do the complementary colors, contrasting colors, or we could do a monotone one. I've been wanting to do a monotone project. So we could do all like different shades of blue and keep it all blue. Yeah, maybe do blue and silver. That would be really pretty. Okay, look at that red. Can you see the shimmer in this? It's hard for me. Yeah, you can. Okay. So pretty, so pretty. Okay, so silver. So this is the small 4x6 pack. And it's Jolly. The pack is called Jolly. So you can get them in the bigger sheets, which are 6x12. Or you can get them in smaller packs, which are 4x6. Okay. And there are probably other ways to get them too. This is just what I have right now. Okay, so there's silver, green. Look at that pretty green. Obviously, this is great for Christmas, but really, you know, if you're just using the green, you could obviously use it for anything. Or any of the other colors too. Look at that red. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So maybe we want to do all red. I don't know. Let's see. If we took this away, and this is already cut for us too. So we could do red and teal. Ooh, I love red and teal, or turquoise or whatever. Or we could do all green. Here, I've got all green in the stars. I really think I want to work with the stars. That green is pretty too. But I think I'm either going with red or blue. And if you have an opinion, I'm always ears. So either we're going to do red with yeah, probably red with turquoise or teal color, or like aqua kind of, you know, turquoisey, or blue. I don't know. I really like the blue. I could see it going either way. Okay, while I'm thinking about that, whew, my hands are cold. It's cold in my basement right now. I'm going to gesso these because we're going to do some kind of color or something to them. So that's probably a good place to start, just to get those guys colored and let them sit for a minute to dry while I think about what the next step is going to be. Okay, so again, this is just like my natural process of doing things. I will excuse me, I'm picking a paintbrush to, my nose just started running. Okay, so this is my natural process, right? So I kind of get the supplies out and I get a few different things, and then I start to play and see what feels right. Just mostly I go by feeling, like, and whatever is popping out to me and whatever is inspiring me in the moment. So again, you know, like if this is the first video of my Advent series that you're watching, for all of them, so I would encourage you, if you like this one especially and you like the process, then definitely watch some of the other ones. There are, you know, we're on day 9 now, so there are 8 others, and I'm going all the way till Christmas Eve, so there'll be 24 when I'm all done. And what I've done in all of them is open the die on YouTube Live, and and then just make a project right here. I have no clue what the theme or the die or anything is before I'm on the video here. So it's just all really impromptu and sort of like deciding on the fly and going with the flow. And the reason I wanted to do this was because, you know, I make videos every month for Imagine. I'm artist in residence for them, and I absolutely adore it. And I love making videos, and I love the process, and it's super fun, and I don't ever want to stop doing it. But I also like the idea of being spontaneous. And, you know, when you make videos that are edited and processed, and it's great. It's a great skill to master and to learn. And I'm still learning new stuff all the time. But it's also, you know, I can sit here for 4 hours and just kind of play and work and whatever, and I'm recording, and then when I'm done, I put it on the computer and I edit it down to maybe 5 or 6 minutes, right? So I'm taking a couple hours potentially of my time, of my process, and editing it down to just, here's how I made the project, right? And then I do the voiceover and I explain it all. Again, it has its place, and it's super important, and I love doing it, and I don't ever want it to stop, and I will always make videos that way. But I also think it's important as artists for us to challenge ourselves to do things in a different way sometimes, and to just to keep things fresh, right? And to keep your brain moving, and to challenge yourself to get outside your comfort zone once in a while. And so I got this advent calendar just because I thought, oh, that would be fun to open a different die every day, right? And have 24 fun little dies that I don't get to pick, but I'm sure are going to be super cool because Crafter's Companion makes great dies and they make great products, and I really like them. And, you know, I got the Gemini Go and I really like that. And so I thought, why not? Let's do that. My son has a chocolate one that was given to him. And then we actually also have a Star Wars Lego one. So we've got 3 advent calendars going in the house this year, which is more than normal. But so anyway, so I got that. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a video a day because, number one, it's going to give me that jumping off point to say, I'm going to be spontaneous and I'm just going to go with it each and every day. And for 24 days in a row, it's going to start building other habits. And so now I'm getting to the point where I can, you know, open the die and then just say, okay, well, what are we going to make? And then think about and use the supplies around me to make something fun and to stretch myself creatively. So anyway, sorry to go on about that, but I think it's really important for us to always be doing that as creative people, as crafters, keeping ourselves fresh and young, I guess, in that way, right? Okay, so moving on with the card. Did I decide on a color yet? See, so I'm talking and I'm thinking, excuse me, so that I can decide what we're gonna do. I really do like this red, and I like the idea of using like an aqua or teal, but I also really like that blue, and I'm having a really hard time making a final decision here. But you know what, actually, okay, just a minute. I will make a decision. I will. I want to see what this looks like first. Let's put this guy over here so he doesn't get lost. I might need to blow my nose here. I don't know how you can, but I have winter allergies and they're driving me crazy. Okay. This, I'm just going to see the color because I'm trying to get an idea of how I want to move forward with this. So this is from Marabou, and it's an art spray. It's an acrylic spray, and the color is, it tells me somewhere, I think it's like Caribbean or something right there. Yeah, Caribbean. Good job. Okay, so I'm going to spray it here. I just want to see. Oh, yeah, that's pretty, right? See, that could match the red or the blue. I mean, really, come on. So let's look at it with the red. So if I did this, I would probably make this, well, I don't know. Maybe that would be blue. And then this would be yellow. That's so primary. That makes me, is this Captain America? What am I doing? I didn't even notice that. I'm like making it Captain America. Okay. That could be cool. I mean, I love the Avengers. I just heard the new Avengers movie's coming out soon. April, I think. The sequel to the saddest movie ever. I don't know if we've got Avengers fans out there, but my son and I are way into all that stuff. I subconsciously just did this. But if I do the blue, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do probably like a mango orangey yellow or something. I want to have some contrast probably, right? I always have contrast though. Maybe I don't want contrast. Maybe I want to be monotone this time. I did say that. Let's see. The other question to ask that I always ask is, am I going to have texture? So, am I going to have texture? One really cool thing, you know what? I was thinking this was going to be the full background, but do you think that's too much? Maybe it needs to just be like a strip in the middle and then have like watercolor paper behind it with like, let's just play with that for a minute. That might be what I need. All right, let me get a piece of watercolor paper. My brain's chugging along here, trying to keep up. Okay, so this is just regular old Strathmore watercolor. What do I have? It's 9 by 12. It's 140 pound. It's just like mid-grade, you know, cold press, regular watercolor paper, just for playing around and making projects. Nothing professional really. Okay. In fact, that was my last sheet of it. Wow. Okay. I've got many more though. No fear of running out, that's for sure. I always end up getting those when they're on sale at, you know, Michael's or the box stores that sell them anyway. So we're going to do 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for this, right? We decided not going to do a square card this time. I've been doing square cards a lot lately, and I really love doing them. But I think this time, 5 1/2, we'll just go with the standard. And I'm cutting it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'll probably end up cutting it down and giving it a possibly like a black or blue mat behind it. But for now, we're gonna just go with this because I haven't decided that part yet. Okay. I think since this is watercolor paper, I'm not gonna gesso it. It's still gonna work with my stuff, I think, pretty well. Excuse me. Oh, I just got all sorts of stuffed up all of a sudden. Here's what I'm thinking. You know what? Ooh. Okay. I have some of these Distress Oxide re-inkers down here. What if we do, instead of monotone, what if we just keep them all cool colors? Let's see. Yeah, I think let's just do blue, okay? We'll just do blue, or cool colors with the blue background, with the blue, like, foil stuff. And that will be good. Let's see what I have. I don't have all of the Oxide re-inkers down here. We're just going to work with what I have here. Just want to see what I have. Ooh, this rusty hinge would not be good for this project, obviously, but it's so pretty. There's so many pretty colors in here. I love using it. Okay, so I've got a dark blue. Nice. Chipped sapphire, salty ocean, twisted citron. Do I want to keep it all blue, or do I want to put a little bit of green? I want to see all the blues I have to choose from, and then make a decision. How about that? Sounds good. Peacock Feathers is kind of a bluish green, and so I'm going to skip it. It's one of my favorite colors, but it's just not, doesn't quite fit this. So, okay. We're going to put the rest away. So they're out of the way for a minute. What I'm thinking is I have this piece of acetate. Here we go. This guy right here. This is not the right one. That one is actually good for cutting and using. I'm going to use this one. This is the one that I color on the most. Okay. It's scratched up and can't really use it for anything else, so I use it for other stuff. Yeah, for this kind of stuff. So, okay, let me put that aside. I just want to see how the colors look. So I'm gonna start with the two blues, because maybe I'm just gonna do blue. I don't know, but we're gonna start with that and see how we go. So I'm just giving them a shake, get the juices flowing, and we're gonna see how they look. I definitely am excited about this dark blue. That helps give us some dimension. And we haven't done like an all blue or all cool, at least, project yet. So that's exciting. I'm happy for this. Let's just put a little bit on here. Okay. Sorry for my sniffles here. Okay, I think this guy's good. Aren't these pretty colors? My God, this blue is really dark. So pretty. Okay. I don't think I want to spritz it because I want to see, you know, I don't want it to oxidize, right? Let's just see what happens. Maybe it's gonna, here, I'll do a scrap piece. So I'm gonna just kind of like smush it on right now and see what happens there. Oh, wow. Okay, I see. Maybe I do need to get it wet. Let's see if I just do this. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, this is really dark too. Like, wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. Hold the phone. Holding the phone. Just a minute. Do I have another scrap piece? I will in a second. One second. I just got to see how something... I like that scraping, but then I want to see... Oh, my nose. I want to see how it looks in a minute. Just a minute. Okay, I needed 2 samples here. One fell down. I got one left. So now I'm going to put it... Ooh. Okay, here we go. So I did the swipe, right, which looks super cool on the acetate. I want to see how it lifts. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Not as cool as I was hoping for. All right, let's get it wet. Where's my water? Yeah, it's so pretty. Still pretty. I mean, it's gorgeous. Come on. Ooh, look when I get that wet. Nice. Let's do the opposite way this time, and we're just going to lay it down. One thing I really love doing... Oh, wow. I covered the whole thing now, but man, isn't that pretty? Okay, let's just see how these look anyway against... against that blue background. Hold on a second. It's a lot of blue. I was thinking that you remember that this was going to go like on top of it, like as a little strip. Let's see with this. Uh-oh. God damn it. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. I should be paying more attention to that because that happened once before. I just need to plug my phone in straight away. Here we go. Let me get everything going again. Okay, one of these days I'll get it all right. Okay, can you see me still? Yes, you can. All right, there we go. So sorry. My phone battery died. So here I'm swiping. I don't know when it went out. I'm so sorry. The Distress Oxide. Here I just kind of dipped it on without getting it wet, and then I got it wet, and so it's oxidizing a bit. trying to decide what is the best background that I want to make for this card. And I think I'm going to do blue on blue. Probably need a little bit more bright blue. And I was trying to decide, am I going to add some of the green over the top of it, or am I just going to leave it all blue? I'm not sure. I think a little bit of green would be nice. Break it up a little bit because it's a lot of blue. A lot of blue going on. And these are just samples. I'm just kind of playing around to see what is going to work for me. Let's try one more sample. One more sample here. Let's see, one more thing. I'm just kind of pushing it in right now. That's pretty. But you can also swipe too. You get like more of a blended color that way if you do the swipey. But I like having a little bit of both, actually. I like the swipe, but I also like having the little dots. Okay, so, but I really like having the light blue and the dark blue separate. So I think actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to wipe this off and start over. Okay, let's get this all cleaned up. So this was good. It's good to play, right? So here I was like, okay, I know the colors that I want, and I kind of have an idea of where it's going, but I don't really know what I want to do. So it's really good to just get some scrap pieces of paper and play around until you figure out exactly what you want, and then you can do it for real. Okay, I like having the separation of the light and the dark. So what I'm gonna do, because I want the dark to be on the background mostly. So we're gonna start with just chipped sapphire, okay? And I'm gonna put it on here, and I'm gonna spritz just a little bit of water, just like one spritz, and then we're gonna put it on the background, dry it, and then come in with the next one. Okay, so here we don't need a ton either. That's probably too much, but that's okay. So again, this is Distress Oxide and chipped sapphire. Okay, and then we're just gonna do one spritz of water just to help like let it move around a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to lay this flat and just smush it all around. I like to smush and see what we get. Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. That's okay. So we're going to give it some more water. Look at that. Holy moly. I did not know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell, but that's exciting. Look at that. Look at that veining. I mean, this is not what I want at all as far as the blotchiness. But that veining is so cool. Oh my gosh. Wow. I know I'm losing some of it and I feel bad, but I need this to move around. Okay. All right. All right. Wow. That veining is cool. Now that I know it can do that, I will be doing that more often. So now I'm just going to move this color around a bit. Remember, this is not the end, right? So you don't like the way it looks, dry it. Don't keep going over, just dry it and then come back and do it again, right? You can do another go on top of it. This is actually a good base. This is not what I was planning for it to be, but I really love the way that this veining is happening. I mean, that's really super cool. So we're just going to go with that. And I like the organicness of it, okay? I don't want any more dark blue on my project here, but I really like this dark blue and I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to put some on some of my, wow, I didn't put any green on this, and look at that. That's interesting. Okay. I do want some of this on some of my samples because these can be used in other projects, right? It's not a throwaway or anything. That's pretty. So we're gonna hit it with more water. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, like that. And then we'll hit it over here too. Oh yeah, this is super pretty. All right, and we'll do one more little bit. I'm gonna get more watercolor paper. I'm liking the way this is. You know what? Actually, I wonder how it would look on craft paper. I have been digging craft paper lately. I got a whole big pack of it for super cheap. And so I've been playing with it a little bit, like colored pencils, and you know, you've seen people doing lots of stuff with it. And I just wanted to try my hand at some of it. And craft paper, I gotta say, is super pretty and makes your project, it just, I don't know, it has a little different feel, and it does help the colors pop. Yeah. Yeah, it does a really nice job of that. I'm so sorry I keep sniffling here. So let's see what happens with Distress Oxide and craft paper. Yeah, that's pretty. Especially with Distress Oxide, you know, because it's that hybrid ink that has the pigment ink in it, it's going to sit on top of these kind of papers nice. So it's not going to get lost. Okay, so now we're going to wipe this off. Okay, let me get a drink here. Oh, thank you. Okay. All right, so now we're going to wipe this off, and then we're going to do the lighter blue. And we'll do lighter blue over the top of our final project, and then we'll do our other samples to use them up. Okay, that's good. Let's see how this guy's looking. So since we did the water spray, right, we're having the oxide is going to dry on top, is going to get kind of washed over looking, but then the dye ink is the part that's kind of veining through here, and you see that brighter, lighter blue. And then over here you've got some like purple and dark blue. Ooh, look at over here. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. I am in love with this. Anyway, the part that's like leaching out and veining out, and it's a little bit lighter, that's the dye ink that's coming through. Anyway, Distress Oxide ink is pretty cool. Very interesting idea. Okay, so now we have the oxide in Salty Ocean. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a good shake here. And then before we actually put it on, yeah, let's do that first before I put the droplets on here. I want to dry this completely because I don't want the Salty Ocean to blend with what's on here already. I want it to sit on top. Okay. Man, this is so cool. I'm excited. I gotta get it away from it. Just move that out of the way for a minute. Okay. Well, that's interesting. The oxidation in this chipped sapphire is, when it sits on top of that really dark blue, it almost looks kind of greenish. Like a greenish gray almost. I don't know. I'll show you closer up in the camera once this is dry. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's see how well you can see this in the camera. Yeah, so like right here, all around there. Yeah, it's a little bit green. Gosh, I love this stuff. Okay. All right, so next we are gonna put, now that that's dry, we can put the Salty Ocean on the acetate, and then layer it over top. So we're just gonna put a little bit here and there. Whoa, okay, that's probably pretty good then. Okay, I am gonna get it wet because I don't want just dots, right? I want it to move around a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Wow, look at how that's swirling already. That's exciting. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna swipe a little bit. And maybe not. See, I don't want that much coverage. Okay, so I just want to pounce. Okay. I wanted to swipe a little bit, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted, so oops. So now we're pouncing. I'm gonna hold that acetate down. I need a different thing to work on here, but that's okay. Okay, I'm bringing some of this lighter blue out to the edges because I definitely don't want all of the edges to be white. I like white. I don't mind having white spots, but I definitely don't want all of the edges to be white. Yeah, that's so pretty. Okay. I don't want it all to be light blue either because I love that darker blue shining through. So we're gonna let this be and let it dry. Okay. And then we're gonna put some of this on other. Yeah, we'll just smush this guy in, see what we get. Yeah, see, on the craft? Ooh, that's so pretty. I wonder if this is better. Let's just see. You never know. You never know. Yeah, look at that. Maybe we need to do a big piece of craft. Ooh, I like it. This is a boy card for sure, right? Or a girl that likes Avenger type things, for sure. I would enjoy it. Probably not nice of me to say it's just a boy thing here. I take it back. Okay, I am loving the way this is layering on craft. Okay, I really like it on the watercolor, and I like the leaching, and you're not getting the leaching the same on here because it's a different kind of paper and it absorbs the ink differently, but I'm really loving the way that looks. So let's just do a little bit more on these other guys just to use up this ink. I think I might start over with the dark again, just to on a big piece of craft, because I'm thinking I really kind of want to do the craft now that I'm doing it, because it's super pretty. What do you think? Is that a good idea? Okay. All right, I got one more. Is it dry enough to add? Yeah, I think I can do a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna, wow, that's cool. Let's just take some of that. Okay. We're gonna clean this up. Go back to the dark, and I'm gonna cut a big piece of craft, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, since that's our card base size. Let me do that, and then when we're done, we'll pick which one we like better. How about that? Okay. We might still like the lighter one better. Totally awesome. Fine. Fine with me. Let's see, 8. 8 1/2. Oh, 8 1/2, right? 4 1/4. So this needs to be 5 1/2, right? Okay, that's good. Oh, excuse me. Right, I gotta cut this all the way. Okay, let's see. 1/4. Okay. All right, let's get that chip sapphire going again. This will be quick. I'm just going to do it quick so we have a bigger base to work on. Whoops. Whoa, that was, oh, okay. That's probably good then. It came out pretty fast. All right, spritz it. And let's go. We're going to just smush it, and then I'll let it move around some after that. Oh yeah, that's a big old blotch. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's kind of leaching on here. Interesting. Wow. All right. I do want some more over here. I put way too much on my acetate there. Yeah, this is too much. Okay, that's okay. It's gonna be cool. I love the leaching, so let's let this happen. I'm surprised it's doing it on craft paper. I guess it must be the water then that's making that happen, and more so than the actual type of paper it is. That's very interesting. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's do one more. I've got 2 of these craft sheets out, so we might as well just do them both. Here we go. Yep. Maybe I'm gonna like the second one better. It's good to have backup, right? You never know what you're gonna like. Yeah, I do kind of like this one, but that other one is darker. It's got a lot more pigment in it, I think. But this is pretty cool too. I like the way it's distressed a bit. Okay, clean this up. Move it on. We'll go back to the lighter color again so we can catch up these bigger craft pieces. Oops, okay. Probably be good to work on a bigger piece of acetate too, to be quite honest. But that's okay. here we go. I am going to get it wet. I did one spritz before, but I just had to do two because, yeah, this is super dark, but man, look how pretty. Pretty, pretty. Chip Sapphire is a gorgeous color. All right, let me dry it real quick. I don't want it to mix with the... I should have done this first. I didn't think of it, so... So now this oxidation on the craft paper looks different. It's not as green now. That's really interesting. And I do still have some of the leaching. It looks different than it does on the white for sure, but I do still have a little bit of it. So let's compare it real quick, just for fun, why not? So, okay, on the craft, you know, you can't see the light as much, the lighter color, but you do still have some of the leaching, but all you really see is the darker, like navy kind of blue. But then on the white, you see more of the lighter bleaching or leaching through more. So that's interesting. And this has a more purple-ish tone to it here than it does here, just because that's a darker paper. But yeah, both really interesting. I'm enjoying this process quite a bit. Okay, so now we're ready to take some of this salty ocean. So let's see how we go. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get that wet. Oh, look at that. Whoa, lightened right up. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna put little bits here and there, just kind of pouncing quickly in different areas. Okay, I really like having this lighter blue sitting on top of the dark blue and not really blending all in together. I like this a lot. Get a little bit more over here. I really like that lighter blue sitting on top of there. So pretty. I don't work with blue that often, but man, it is so pretty. I really do like it. Do you notice your colors? I mean, as an adult, obviously, predominantly, but yeah, even as an adult, my color preferences have changed. I don't know if other people notice that or what. Just a thought I had. Okay, I'm gonna get this wet one more time. Put a little bit more on this guy. I don't know if I'm gonna use this one, but I sure do like the way he's turning out. He's pretty fun. Okay, let me wipe this down. All right, enough playing with this stuff. The last question then is, do I add Twisted Citron or no? And so the way that I think I'm going to find this out is by actually adding it to one of our scraps. So I'll use this little guy and add it to that and then decide if we like it or not. And then we can decide if it's going to go on the big final or not. Okay. And I'll do it on a white and a... Okay, I really don't need a lot of this because if we do add it, it's just going to be here and there. Okay, but I do want it to be wet. There we go. That sure is an electric color, huh? Whew. I love it. Okay, ooh, that's too much, but that's really, really pretty. It's too much though. I gotta see how I can add it just like here and there. I don't know if that's possible, is it? Maybe if I'm doing it on the edges. I don't really want to do that either. Yeah, see, that's what I want, just like little bits like that. So I do really like this. Let me try and get a little tiny smush of it right there. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so I do like this, but I want it to be just the little bits like that and not like covering all like that. So let's see how that would look. See, I think it just adds just a little bit of that punch. So I'm gonna do it for sure, okay? But we're gonna, let's do it on the white real quick too. Okay. Oh, woo, that's pretty. That gets me excited right there. I'm actually gonna leave that because that's really cool. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Whoops. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so I have to just learn my technique, right? So you just kind of like pounce in, pounce out. Pounce in, pounce out. In, out. Like that. This is exactly what I want. Okay, another reason to practice on scraps, you figure out what you like and don't like about it. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so I'm going to start over just because I want a fresh sheet. Hold on, I have another scrap. I can just use the rest of this guy. I hate wasting ink. Okay, smush it. Smush it real good. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to get myself a really nice clean surface here. Use this guy. Oh yeah, this is ready to go. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to put some citron. I think I'm just going to do one little strip in the middle. Okay. Or like that, I guess. Yeah, this really finishes it. I'm super excited. Gonna water it pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Okay, and then we're gonna, oh, wow. It's like, it almost looks crackly or something. Wouldn't that be cool to put crackle down and let it dry and get all cracky and then put the oxide over it? Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That's a different project though. I'm not gonna do that today, promise. That gives me ideas. I'm a little off screen here, but I'm really just drying this paper and I just don't want to hit that acetate with it. So just real quick, gonna dry this. I don't want it to blend with my blue. Remember, when you're gonna do layer on layer of different colors, you really want to make sure that your layer underneath is nice and dry. Okay. I do really love this white. I mean, the colors are really bold and really gorgeous. But I'm gonna let that guy dry a little bit more on his own. Okay, this craft one is good and dry. Okay, so now the dark blue and the medium blue have kind of blended a little bit more than they do in this one. So for that reason, I kind of like the white a little bit better, but I'm still digging the craft also. So we're just going to keep going with this. We'll do both of them and then pick which one we like better in the end. And then, of course, I just have a second background, you know, who cares? Okay, so I got to be careful, and we're going to pounce in and out. Ooh, that's cool, right? Okay. Okay, pounce in and out, like that. Yeah, that's awesome. Woohoo! In and out. Nice. Oh yeah, this could not be better. I literally could not ask for anything better than this. Come on. In and out. It's kind of mixing with the blue, which is interesting. It shouldn't be doing that. It's making more of a green. See, even on there, I thought my blue was dry, but maybe it wasn't completely. Still really pretty, but I want that bright citron color. So let me wipe this off. I'm not sure why that happened. Maybe, I don't know. Let me dry it again. Make sure it's nice and dry this time. I thought it was before, but it could be the water on the acetate maybe is reacting with this. I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to play with it some more to really understand that part of it better. I do have some kind of cool things going on though. I love that line there. Let's see. I think probably this acetate might not be the best choice for putting the ink on to distribute. I'm thinking like maybe a Teflon sheet or something like that would be better. we're just going to keep going with this because that's what I have. But I'm not going to put water on it this time. Let's just see what we get. Here, I've got a bunch of dots. Those are fun. Let's not put water on it and see how that goes. I'm just going to pounce in and out like I did before, though. Okay. I can make them more organic after, too. Maybe I can just spritz water on top of this, because I want more organic. These feel like, you know, very bright and cool, though. Okay. I'm thinking, honestly, that it just needs to be something other than that acetate. Okay. There we go. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I do want it to move around a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to dry it. I like that. Actually, well, I'm going to let this dry on its own. I'm going to real quick dry this one little spot on this guy, and we're going to do the green on this and see how it looks, and then decide which one we're going to use. Maybe I'm just going to wipe this off because it's been wet for a long time. Here we go. That looks pretty cool, actually. Okay. Let me use a dry cloth. Maybe that's part of my problem. There. This is super pretty. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so let's get this guy back. We're going to put a couple of fresh drops. Okay, just a couple. And then we are going to get it wet. Okay, I just did one swipe. Let's see what we get. In and out. In and out. I better flip it. Okay. It is turning green again, though. Darker green, I mean, you know. That's okay. I will experiment with different mixing surfaces there and see. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like it. I like it. Yeah, something that like beads up more. I love when you get the beading and then you transfer it and you just have the little tiny dots. That looks really cool. This is just not quite right. But I'm really happy with our two backgrounds. So let's take a look at them. I'm going to move this acetate out of the way. Give them a quick zap and dry them and decide which one we're going to work on, and then we'll finish our card. All right. Almost done. It's the fun part, is making the background, right? Super fun. Okay, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I think, is decide what color should this guy be. Should it be, maybe bring some of that citron out and put it on this ring and then make the star blue? First, let's cut this strip. I think that's going to help us make a decision. Okay, so I just, for some reason, picture this going a long way. Oh yeah, because we have our happy birthday we haven't even cut out yet. Okay. So I just want to have a strip, and I'm thinking this is, what, 4 1/4. So what if we did like 2? Yeah, let's do 2-inch. It's going to fit across for me? Yeah. All right, let's just get a 2-inch strip and go from there. Now, I'm not using this Renia paper to its fullest goodness, abilities. Let's see, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. Okay. Today, I mean, I'm just basically using it as a background, which you could do with pretty much any paper, except that this paper it's really shiny, and it has also little stars on it, so it goes with our thing. But the Renia paper can be used in lots of really cool ways, so just know that. Okay, so here's this. I feel like it needs a black border. What do you think? I think it does. I think it does. That's super pretty. Where's my star? Here it is. I want to see, is this the right thickness or is it too thick or not enough? Let's see. It's pretty good, but I think I am going to add a black border, which is going to make it even thicker. And this is about as thick as I want the whole thing to be. So I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch off of the width of this. And then I'm going to add an 1/8 inch black border on it. So you'll see in 1 second what I mean there. So let's see, this is 2, so I'm going to cut it to 1 3/4. Okay, so I'm just cutting a little strip off the end. There's that, and then I'm going to get some black. So let's see, I'm going to cut this to 5 1/2. Cut the black, and then we're going to make it 2 so that it has an 1/8 inch border on either side. Okay, so then I want you to see how this looks, and then I'm actually gonna cut, oh no, it's got a 1/4 inch border. What did I do? Well, that's pretty. Let's see. Let's see. Well, it does have an 1/8 inch border, but I was thinking of 1/16 inch. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. I still wanted the circle to be over on the top and the bottom, and it is. So I'm totally okay with this. Yeah. So then we'll decide the background in a minute. But I'm happy with that. So let me cut a card. Let me cut a background for the whole card. I think we need that too. Let's see. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay, which means that I'm going to have to cut this guy down too, which we kind of thought that might happen in the beginning, right? It's cool. All right, 4 1/4. So we're going to go 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, 5 1/4. Sorry, just off camera here. I use, if you want to know what cutter I'm using, it's the Caterpillar Pro. I've used it for several years, and never had to sharpen the blade or anything. It works beautifully 100% of the time. So if you're in the market for a cutter, I recommend that for sure. Okay, so I'm cutting both of these down just so that we're done cutting. And then whichever one we decide to use, we're ready to go. Okay, so first we'll look at this one since we're here. So I like this nice black background. I like the black here. It brings it all together, right? Doesn't it? Okay. And then got this awesome stuff going on here. And then this guy. So this guy's going to be painted, obviously, but this is just going to be, oops, the general layout, right? Pretty. Nice and simple. Then we'll put the happy birthday right in the middle. And that's really going to stand out nice. Okay, so there it is with the white. Very pretty. I like it a lot. Okay, so now let's bring in, I did that wrong. Let's bring in the craft. And I kind of like it like this. Okay, let's see how craft looks. Do you have a preference? Which one do you like better? Which one would you use if this was you making this card? All right, there's that. Man, this is a toughie. This is definitely a toughie. I really like both of them. Sorry, I just have to do it one more time because I'm having a hard time. I thought I was really going to like the craft for sure, without a doubt, but I do also really like the white. The white just adds a little brightness. Oh, I can't pick. Can't pick. What if I did the white this way? Oh, I like it less. Okay. So definitely would go that way, but I don't know, maybe I'm just going to do craft. And I'll use that white for something else. Yeah. I think I'll do craft. It's a really close call. I mean, I literally could go either way. We're going to go with craft just to make a decision and move on. So now I'm going to, what I'm thinking is I'm going to do this circle in the Twisted Citron and just kind of paint it on. And then that's going to bring those little highlights of the citron behind it up to the front. And then this star will be something else. I don't know. Yellow or blue or something. Okay. Do I make it blue? Okay. All right. Almost done sniffling. My goodness. I'm just going to put a little in here and pick it up and paint directly onto that chipboard. I haven't done this yet. I don't know how it's going to work out, but hopefully it looks good. Can't imagine it wouldn't. There we go. Okay, well, it's kind of a washed look. That's interesting. Very interesting. I like it. I've never done this with the oxide reinker. How have you used the oxide reinkers? Do you have oxides? Have you used them? What do you think? How do you like them? Have you experimented? Do you use them a lot, or do you use them in the same way all the time, different ways? I'd be curious to know how other people use them. I haven't used them too much, but I do have to say that they're pretty amazing. That's undeniable. Okay, let's see. I'm super happy with that. Gonna let that dry for a second. I love this citron color. It's almost chartreusey, not quite. It's got a little more lime in it, or a little more yellow, but it's pretty close. Okay, so the star, maybe that's gonna be dark blue, and then what if we cut the happy birthday out of that lighter blue solid Renea foil? We could do like 2 layers of it, maybe. No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it out of craft and the lighter blue foil and stick them together. What do you think of that? That way it'll be a little more sturdy because it's going to have to sit up. You know, it's long too. And then, yeah, yep, that's what I'm doing. Okay, you'll see. This is going to be cool. And then I think because we're doing that, we've got that really bright star behind there. I'm going to do the star. Where'd my star go? Ah, did I lose you? Where'd you go, good little guy? Okay, seriously. Oh my gosh, it's literally right in front of me. Okay, don't tell anyone I did that. My goodness. Okay, let's put a little blue in here. Oops. I hope that's enough. There we go. It's like not coming out very well. All right, I'm gonna paint it with that same brush. We're almost done. Just got to paint this star and then cut out the happy birthday and put the card together. We'll be done. Ooh, I wonder if I did a swirly kind of thing. Excuse me, I think I need another drink of water. All right, there we go. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it even here. Sorry about that. Okay. I feel like it shouldn't just be straight blue. That's my feeling right now. What if... Ooh, I have an idea. Here's a new way to use oxide ink. Let's see what happens. I've never done this before. We're going to find out. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of Salty Ocean in here. And we're going to pick it up. Now this brush is wet, so it's probably oxidizing now. It was unintentional. Oh yeah, baby, come on. That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Probably need more. I do. I seriously need more. Okay. Here we go. Yep, this is exactly what I needed to do. I mean, I want a loaded brush. I want big splotches. Ooh, you think I should be drying this first? Yep. It's all kind of blending together. And I really want that light blue to sit on top. I think that's going to look super cool. Don't you think? Don't you think? Excuse me. Is it dry? Almost dry. Okay, here we go. It's not quite super dry, but it's close. So let's just keep going. Oh yeah, okay. All right, I think that's probably good. Pretty. Here we go. What do you think? Okay, sounds good. All right, and I just thought of something too. I'm gonna grab the black soot. I like to put splatters in everything. It just looks really good. And the black soot is gorgeous. I'm gonna have to give it a good shake here. Just 1 second. Excuse me. Man, this is... Okay, keep going. Oh my gosh. This is really hard to mix up here. So this is what I'm going to use. Black soot from Distress Oxide, okay? We're going to try it anyway. I don't know, it's not mixing up very well. Let's see what we get right now. Here, that might be okay. Okay, we're going to move this guy out of the way. I don't want him to get yucky. Bring my brush back. And let's see if I can dry it a little bit more too, because I want this black to be black. Okay, here we go. Let's just try it and see what happens. You never know. Yeah, that is literally perfect. OMG. And I'm turning the paper so I get splotches going different directions, right? You get me? Here we go. We don't want a ton, but we definitely want some drama, and we just got it. That finishes it right there. Thank you, Jesus. Beautiful. Okay, and now, because we have the splotches on this background here, we have some up here, see those tie together. So you always want to like kind of repeat patterns or colors or things like that throughout your project. It helps bring it all together in the end. Okay, now I think we're ready. I got like a white something in there. Okay, now we're ready to just give it a quick zap dry. And then we can put the card together. Oh, we have to cut out happy birthday. Silly me. Okay, let's do that. This guy can dry on his own for a minute. I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's cut out our happy birthday and put our card together, and we'll be all done. All right, we can enjoy our Sunday evening. Go play family game night, whatever you have going on. It's exciting. All right. Ooh, maybe watch some Netflix. That's always fun too. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it out of the craft first. Am I doing craft or black? I'm doing craft. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. If you've never used Gemini Go, I'll just give you my quick spiel about it. It is a super fantastic electronic die cutting machine. The reason I have it, because I already had electronic and hand crank die cutting machines, but I have this and I have the big Gemini because they work really amazingly. They have a ton of pressure going on inside here, so they can cut through thick materials without much issue. I have taken you know, these metal etched dies that are pretty thin, right? Hold on, let me get this guy out of here and I'll show you what I mean. Okay. I might have to go grab my little pick. It's on the other table. Here we go. So these are metal etch dies, okay? And they just have a tiny little cutting, I don't know what you want to call it, blade, I guess, or platform on it, right? So the part that cuts it out is not very deep, is what I'm trying to say. All right, not very well. So generally speaking, you can only use thinnish type of materials. Like regular cardstock works great, but you can't do anything too thick, right? You can't do thick cardstock. You can't do chipboard generally. I mean, I have done paper, like boxboard kind of here or there, but you got to run it through 3 or 4 times, and it's really hit or miss with other machines, is what I'm trying to say. But when you use the Gemini Go with chipboard or with thicker materials, it cuts through with these metal etch dies. I cut through 4 sheets of fabric, okay? Ooh, I don't want, oh shoot, I cut that and I didn't mean to. Hold on. Apparently I can't talk and do this at the same time. 1 second, let me get the right piece of paper out here. I've tried to keep this Renia paper in its sleeve as much as I can because it just bends so easily and I don't want to ruin it because it's such wonderful paper. So let me just bear with me here for 1 second. Let me get the right piece out and I will put that away later. We're doing the light blue, right? Yes, here we go. But I wanted solid. I didn't want the stars for the foreground, for the happy birthday. I just want it to be the solid light blue because that's going to be real pretty. I'm just going to cut a strip off, and I don't waste any of this paper. I use it on other stuff. See, look at gold, aqua blue, boom, beautiful. Okay, so we're going to cut out happy birthday out of this foil paper. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Anyway, back to this. I cut out with a metal etch die like that. That's very thin. I cut out 4 pieces of cotton fabric at once, just in a sandwich, with this machine right here, this Gemini Go. When I first got the Gemini Go, I watched a video on how to use it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, but I already have a cutter. I don't need that, whatever. And I watched them cut out fabric and balsa wood and all sorts of crazy stuff. And it was going through with little metal etched dies. And I was like, how is that even possible? So I got it because I was like, oh, there's no way. That's just not possible. But it totally is. And it's so amazing. And I can't say enough good things about it. Look at the back of that. Pretty. Anyway, sorry. I just can't say enough good things about the Gemini cutters. So I got the Go to try it out. 1 second. I got to grab something over here. I left my little pick on a different table yesterday. So anyway, I got the Gemini Go and tried it out, and sure enough, it is exactly as amazing as they said it was. So there we go. So then the foil press came out, which is another great machine. And as soon as I get through the Advent calendar and get through the holiday season, because I will be going out of town starting Christmas Eve for a week. So as soon as I'm back from holiday, I am going to start working on other videos for the foil press, and I have other things lined up. I've had some requests for other classes or just videos, and anyway, so I will be doing more live YouTubes. I will be doing more just regular edited videos. Lots of ideas. If you have any ideas or anything that you'd like me to make a video on, or you've seen something, maybe you know, a finished project somewhere or whatever, and you just are not sure how they made it, or you would like to have a tutorial on it, I love doing stuff like that. So let me know, and I will, you know, or if you like, how's this product? I don't know if I want to use it or not. Tell me. I will get it. I will use it. I will make a video on it and give you my opinion and show you how it works. That is what I love to do. Okay, so I have happy birthday here in craft. And the reason I want to put this foil paper on this backing is just because it is kind of thin, and I want to make sure it's substantial enough to hold up on its own. And I was thinking that having it on this craft paper would help. Yeah. That's pretty. What if I even did like a shadow? It'd be better if it was on black to do the shadow. Okay, so let's get some on-point glue. This works great for paper to paper. That is the most way that I recommend using it, is paper to paper like this. It works great because it's got a needle tip point. This is glue from Imagine. It's got a needle tip point, so you can get really accurate, precise, if you're careful, not doing it the way I am. Can you even see me? Okay, yes, you can. Yeah, you can get very precise placement of the glue, and then it just really sticks paper to paper quite well. I've been super impressed with this glue every time I use it in this situation. Okay, so there we go. I moved it. That's my fault. Okay. Yeah, just gotta let it dry for a minute. I'm gonna have to get some allergy medicine. I'm starting to feel a little yucky. Okay, here we go. Let me wipe this up so I don't have everything stick to me. Okay, let's do the same thing with Happy. I think this one will be a little easier because it's a slightly smaller word. Okay. I love the font on this. It's kind of like scripty. Yeah, this works for lots of different type of cards. I like it when the different products I use can be used in lots of different ways so that you get more use out of it. Sorry, just let me stick this down here. Just have to concentrate for some reason. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. So pretty. Love this foil paper. Okay, wipe up that glue. Clean up my mess a little bit. Put this guy aside, and now we're ready to put our card together. Let me get my tip back into the on-point glue. You don't want to let this sit for too long, because if you do, see the tip here is a needle point tip, and then it's got obviously the piece that goes inside here to keep it from getting clogged up. But if you wait too long, I have noticed sometimes that it will get clogged up in there and dry, and then you'll be in trouble. So you definitely want to make sure to put the lid back on as soon as you can. If you do that, it will last forever. Okay, I really like the way that black soot dried on there. So let's start sticking everything together. I'm going to start with this and stick it to my base and then work my way up. I'm using Terra Tape from Imagine. Also super great product because it easily tears off with just your finger. And when it comes time to peeling the backing off, this is, a roll of double-sided tape, it peels off really easily, and you don't have to work it. There are some tapes out there that you have to work quite a bit to actually get all of the backing off. So I found that you just rub your nail in the corner and then lift, and I don't have nails right now, so it makes it more difficult. But even still, look at that. Super easy. Burnish it down a little bit in the corner and lift, and it comes right up. And I use this, I've used probably hundreds or thousands of yards of this because I do lots of layers, and even if you do, now this one's giving me a hard time because I seriously have no nails, drive me crazy. I like to do lots of layers, and I like matting because I think it looks really nice. And so every time I do a layer on top of a layer, I'm adding, shoot. It's really stuck down there too, isn't it? Well, we're just going to live with it. My border is not even, but I don't care. We're going to just live with it and enjoy it. Okay, next this guy's going down. Yep, sometimes you make a mistake and it still looks Great. I've made plenty of mistakes doing this this little thing I'm doing right now. I think almost every time I make some kind of mistake, but it's really okay. We're just making cards, we're having fun. You're meant to experiment, you know, we're here to just play around with our supplies instead of just letting them sit on the shelf and maybe not know what to do with them. Get them out, play with them, see what works, see what doesn't work. That's all you can do. Or watch my videos. There's a lot of great people out there making a lot of great videos. And a lot of people with really fantastic ideas. So watch someone's video. Get some great ideas from them. Uh-oh. There we go. Most of it came off. I'm sure that I picked up some wet paint or wet ink there somewhere. But most of it came off, no big deal. I think also before we're done here, I forgot one thing. I really do like to add some string or twine if I feel like it's gonna work, and I think it's gonna work for this one, but let's find out for sure. I don't need that little bit. I want to get it on the edge of this only because it's foil and it bends really easy, and I want to make sure that it's really stuck down to that base. So that's why I put some on the edge here. You notice I didn't do it on the black because that cardstock's not going to bend easily, you know. So Renia paper is super awesome, really fun to use, but it is thinner than normal paper, so you just have to keep that in mind with whatever you're doing to make sure that it's gonna do what you want. Okay. Get this guy on here. Yeah, he's mostly straight. That's good enough. Excuse me. Okay, real quick. I was thinking about adding this. Is black too much? I don't think it is, actually. Let's see. Let's just look and see how it looks, and maybe we won't want it. I don't know. I do tend to add this quite a bit, but man, look at it, just kind of finishes it. I don't know. It's just my thing. I like to do it. So here we go. It's the first time we're putting everything together. This is exciting. Yeah, that's so cool, right? And I do like this. I do like it. So we're going to go with it. We're going to get the dots, my glue dots. You see a pattern. If you've been watching any of these other videos, you definitely start to see patterns. I'm going to start over because I want to do it a little bit nicer. But what I do is when I'm going to wrap some cording or whatever it is, ribbon, anything around a card, I put a piece of glue dot on the back, just one. One is all you need. And then I find my starter and stick it right in the glue dot, so that starter's not going anywhere. Now I can just focus on the placement of my string or my twine or whatever I'm using. And then I go around 3 or 5 or 7 times, or sometimes 20, you know, depends on what kind of you know, what kind of twine or whatever. I have got some really thin gold string that I'll wrap around like 20 times, you know, just because it's super thin. But there we go, that's beautiful. And then you do the other side, and now it's stuck down and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so next we have this guy, and he is just going to sit on top anyway because of that string. So we are going to use, actually it's going to help things stay in place. I've got some thin foam here, double-sided adhesive foam, and I'm just going to do tiny little strips. This is probably even too big. It sure is. Actually, I'm going to go long ways. What about that? Yeah, let's see. Can I use the other one too? Yes, I can. Yay. Awesome. And then we're going to do it on on the sides too. Okay, and these can be a little bit bigger because I've got that circle part there. Ooh, that was just perfect. Okay. Here we go. It's a little bit big. I'm just going to trim it Just want to make sure you can't see through the other side. Obviously, that's it. I think that will be just enough. Oh, I have no nails. Okay. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing to the star, but I'm going to use a slightly thicker foam adhesive. I have a thicker one, and since that's going to sit on top of this even, I think I want a little bit thicker piece there just to make sure everything's going to stay in place nicely. That's part of the trick, is finding the adhesive that's going to work the best, right? Usually. And I'm not a center girl, but this time I feel like this needs to be centered. Definitely. And I like it to be just over that border on the top and the bottom. Okay, so here this is a little bit thicker, and I'm going to use that on the back of my star. I'm going to go put a couple pieces, and then we are going to be good to go. We'll stick down our happy birthday and be done. This stuff is pretty heavy duty. I think it's 3M or something. I think so. It was on sale online, so I just went for it. Why not? Okay. I'm gonna cut that little corner off because there we go. It's kind of showing through. That should be plenty. Oh, it wasn't dry. Dang it. Cassie, what did you do? Oh, that's okay. I still have cool dots, but look at, I lost all of that. Darn it. I thought it was totally dry. Okay, we'll be careful. I need the other thumb. I sure do have inky fingers this time. Do you like to get your fingers inky, or do you try to stay really nice and neat? I love to learn all these things about other people, other people's quirks and habits and preferences. It's really interesting to me because we all have our own little things that we like and don't like and whatever. And so I still have lots of dots here. Most of them were dry. Still looks really cool. Not worried about it at all. Should happy birthday be, it's stuck. Here we go. Should happy birthday be happy birthday or happy birthday? I started thinking it was going to be like this. But maybe it should be like this. Anybody have an opinion? Gosh, that's so pretty. I love this card. Turned out great. Or happy birthday, like this. I think I like it like that. That was my original idea anyway. Yeah, okay. So let's do, let's get the on point back out. That's gonna work. Well, let's see, it's going on that glue. Maybe I'm gonna do Irresistible. Yeah, we're gonna do Irresistible Pico Embellisher in clear. Yes, yes sirree. It works the same way, really. I mean, it's got the needle tip point, just like the on point. The only difference with this Pico, and the reason I'm using it instead of on point, is because it's a tiny bit thicker, and this has got glue on it, or I'm sorry, not glue, ink, and I'm just a little bit worried about the on point over that ink. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it works fantastic paper to paper, but if you have another medium over it, like a modeling paste or a creative medium or, you know, paint or something like that, I just worry that it's not going to stick as well, or it'll just take longer to dry, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to use the Pico Embellisher, and I know that works amazing. Okay, we'll do one at a time. I like to have, I want to have it right over that dot area. Okay. And this is going to take a little bit to dry too, but we're going to just let it sit and it'll be just fine. Happy birthday. There we go. Yay! That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this. All right, well, I think that our final project is done here. Let's take a quick close-up. So cool. This is like the best boy's birthday card, especially if he's into like Avengers or any kind of superhero stuff, really. Look at that background. Yep, totally loving this card. Well, anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was a long video again, but I'm having a really great time and I hope you are too. And I love making this, and I love hanging out with you and showing you different projects and ideas. So thanks so much. We'll be back tomorrow with day 10 of the Advent calendar. Have a good day.